Yeah, well, we get this Friday night after party started on the NBA hardwood. Steph and the Warriors trying to become the second 10 seed to make the playoffs through the play-in. They ventured into the desert for a run with the Suns. Devin Booker. Oh, watch out, coming through the lane. Colin Gillespie to Booker. Suns led it 33-15 after one. Second quarter, turnover. Jalen Green, dunk. All of a sudden, now the Suns have a double-digit lead. Steph got the steal. You know he's going to pull up, right? You know he's going to pull up. Knocks down the three. Not a great shooting night overall for Steph, but his squad was down just 7. Then off the miss here, Brandon Pujimski is there for the putback, so it's a 5-point game. Right before the end of the half, though, Green fadeaway 3. So the Suns are up 50-45 at the half. But in the third quarter, Green starts going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Knocks down that 3. The lead is 14. And then here, another 3. I mean, that is deep. Now it's a 10-point advantage. And then, like, oh, there's more to the game than threes, right? The drive, the finish. Suns are up 78-69 after 3. 8 minutes to go in the game. Booker, he finds a hot hand. Oh, when it's your night, it's your night. And the night belonged to Green. A game-high 36 points. And the Suns led it 92-78. We're still in the fourth quarter. Booker, pull up, bucket. He had 20 points, 8 assists. The Suns extend the lead. It's pretty much over, right? Well, here we go. Draymond fouls Book. Book didn't like the foul, so he and Draymond are going back and forth while Book was trying to shoot the free throws. He had to be held back. It gets escalated. They would continue to talk, and guess what? They both end up getting ejected. Like, look at Draymond. You out of here, I'm out here. Now he's trying to get the crowd to boo him louder. Come on, you can do better than that. He's a multi-time champion. Suns get the win, and they end the series and the season for the Warriors.
Towards the end of the game, you and Draymond and Steph kind of get a group hug. What was that moment like, and what message was shared in that huddle?
None of your business.
I mean, I was kind of fighting it, to be honest. You always have. We've lost games. You've ended your season a lot of different ways, and you've had those moments on the sideline where you go up and down and, you know, thank everybody for what they've poured into the year. But for it to start with that conversation in that moment, it was definitely weird, because we had spent the last, all season, but really the last 2 weeks trying to hone in on just the moment right now that we had to extend our season, and then all of a sudden you look up and time's run out. And I do appreciate the fact that he took that moment, because regardless, like, we're human beings and we have to be able to acknowledge each other in that moment, but I don't know if that's a signal of anything. It's just
It'll be an interesting few weeks for Golden State after this season ended. Well, if you go back to 2022, when the Warriors won their 4th title with Steve Kerr as a head coach, well, it's been a struggle since then. Because
when you think about Steph Curry, if he wins tonight, then you're in the first round, and we get to see him 4 more games, at least 4 more games. I'd say probably 4 more games, because I don't understand how the Golden State Warriors will be able to win a game over the Oklahoma City Thunder, the reigning defending NBA champions, in a playoff series. I can't see that happening. They'd probably get swept. If not, they'll win 1 game. But I will tell you, we'd rather see Steph Curry than anybody else. As great as Devin Booker is, he doesn't have the box office appeal that Steph Curry has. So you'd rather see that. There's a lot of stuff to handicap all of these matches because playoff weekend is beginning. It's officially starting tonight with those 2 play-in games for the NBA playoffs. But thereafter, in the immediate aftermath of all of that, you got the rest of these playoffs that are going on. So let's make sure we don't forget that, okay?
Treating him like LeBron James. Every time he's able to bless us with his presence on the floor, I'm just appreciative. You know what I mean? And what we saw the other night against the Clippers just stamped even more what I've been saying over the last 2 years. He is the greatest point guard to ever play the game of basketball, in my eyes. What he did handing out that 35-piece wing dinner on one leg. On one leg. Steve Kerr must have lied to us, talking about minute restriction, because he looked healthy. And so I'm just in the appreciative mode of watching him, watching Draymond, one of the best offensive duos to ever do it. Win, lose, or draw tonight, I just love it when Steph is on this big stage.
Well, listen, I don't want to throw lose or draw into the equation. I want to see Steph Curry moving on. I want to see him 4 more games at the very, very least, because you just like Big Perk just said, the level of appreciation. I mean, we all sit here today, this morning and beyond, having nothing but the greatest appreciation for that level of greatness. To show up in the second half the way that he did, as Draymond once said about him, when the moment arrives, this brother shows up. He lives for it. This is what he's all about. Steve Kerr pounding on the table. This is what he does. Sure enough, that's what you've come to expect. But let me tell you something. Devin Booker is no slouch. And against the Warriors in these games this year, in 3 games this year, he's averaged 33.7 on 50% shooting from the field. It's going to be real interesting to see what happens with Devin Booker tonight as well. I expect it to be a 0.7 to be exact. 38% shooting, 34% from 3. You're going to need to be a little bit better than that to beat the Phoenix Suns tonight, in my estimation. I think it's going to be an interesting game, but let's not lie to the public. Most anybody that loves basketball outside of Phoenix is rooting for the Golden State Warriors for one reason and one reason only. It gives us more Steph Curry, the greatest shooter God has ever created.
That's what Steve Kerr said. Like, this is why he came back. For moments like this, right? Will they continue? The winner of tonight's game will have to face the Oklahoma City Thunder, and that is what Stephen A. said. We'll get to at least 4 more games out of them. But who's going to be the most important player tonight? In that last game for the Warriors, we saw Draymond have a good game against Kawhi, Al Horford, Steph, and on the other side, we got the Phoenix Suns and their plethora of talent. So who do you think is going to be the most important player tonight?
Stephen A. just highlighted. I'm going with Devin Booker. Devin Booker. I mean, think about where they were last year, right? One of the biggest disappointments, the big 3 didn't work out with KD, Booker, and Bradley Beal. And all of a sudden this year, you get a trade, you get some young guys, and you got an opportunity to get into the postseason. If you're Devin Booker, this is the moment that you've been looking for. Yeah, he had a popular game last game, 22.7 for 17 from the field, but I need Devin Booker to be powerful. When all eyes, like Stephen A. said, is going to be on Steph Curry, what he's going to be doing, his greatness, it's a moment for Devin Booker to actually steal the damn spotlight.
You're not wrong. I'm just going to go a different direction. Just like I saw Al Horford hit 4 threes in the fourth quarter, one of the things that went widely unnoticed, believe it or not, is that Kristaps Porzingis had his best game as a Golden State Warrior. He came there, and they acquired him. In a possible 30 games, he only played 15, even though he averaged 16 in those 15 games. He missed games due to illness, back, knee injuries, and all of this other stuff. But in the end, to be on the court the other night, to drop 20 points on 67% shooting, 3 of 6 from three-point range, if that Kristaps Porzingis shows up, I don't know how the Phoenix Suns win this game, because the brother's over 7 feet too, okay? He can shoot the 3, but he's also a formidable presence defensively. If you try to score in the interior, he can block some shots. And not to mention the fact that it helps Draymond Green out a lot, because you're not asking him to guard any oversized dudes. Not that Phoenix is going to have anybody to throw at you in that way, but to see Draymond Green play Hall of Fame caliber defense the way that he did the other night, to see Al Horford do what he did, to know what Steph Curry has done and is going to do, because in Game 5, he's had 5 play-in games in his career, and the brother averaging about 30 in them, okay? If Kristaps Porzingis gives you a similar performance, the Golden State Warriors will be facing the reigning defending NBA champion Oklahoma City Thunder in the first round. Like, can we give extra fouls maybe to like Draymond and Dylan Brooks tonight, considering the defensive?
It's for it all. You better believe that. It's gonna be some smoke in there.
I mean, I know we want to see the shooters. You mentioned how good D Book has been against the Warriors, how good Steph Curry can be, but on the defensive side of things, when you look at what Draymond can pose to the opposition, and look at this, like, this is what we're gonna have to see tonight.
But Shay, seriously, and say this is what the game been missing, right? I don't want to see the jersey swaps. I don't want to see all that. I want to see guys going at it. I want to see refs having to break some stuff up. I want to see guys being instigators, not retaliators, right? This is the moment. Let's be real. It's the play-in, but the playoffs has officially started.
Something very, very important to say.
we don't want fighting and all that stuff. And I know
Oh,
that's
yeah,
not. I know
yeah,
that's
for
not
sure.
what you're saying. But Dylan Brooks antagonizes you to try to get into your head. To the referees, let it go. Don't do what you did to Jaylen Brown when he showed up in San Antonio ready to go against Victor Wembanyama, and everybody and their mothers looking at he's a top 2 MVP candidate at the time. He's got back-to-back games scheduled against Wembanyama and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. They were the top 3 candidates for the league MVP honors, and because he's arguing with a ref, even though he turned and walked away, another ref steps in and ejects him from the game. Don't do that to Dylan Brooks. If Dylan Brooks is going to try to irritate you, he's going to try to get into your head, he's going to try to antagonize you. And we all know that stuff in all likelihood ain't going to work against Steph Curry, but it's really, really nice to see somebody try something. Right. Let him try. Let him try, and let's witness Steph Curry show you how a champion and how greatness responds to such mind games. Leave that man alone. Let him do his thing. Let Steph Curry, Draymond Green, and all of them do their thing. Don't eject anybody.
Don't